Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining the live stream. I'm gonna let a few more people come in the live. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. How's everybody doing this morning? Shout out to you, Ryan. What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing on this Saturday morning? Today is July the 26th, 2025, Saturday. We're about to come to the end of the month, and we're going to do a live coaching, live mentorship on live, YouTube Live. Appreciate everybody joining. Smash that like button if you're brand new. Ryan, you said good, boss. How about you? I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Just grateful to be alive. Another day above ground. You know what I'm saying? Another day above ground. Tino, what's up, Tino? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. So this one, this is going to be catered to people that want to learn how to trade and they want to do it in a proper environment. Got different markets that you can trade. Got the foreign exchange market. We got the options market. We got the futures market. So I specialize mainly in futures trading, and there's some strategies that you can use to, be on the path to, replacing your job, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're not trying to, if you can maintain your 9-to-5 job or your day job or your career and just add supplemental income into your daily life, because everybody can use extra income. So this is what this is going to be catered to. And inside of the Patreon, I'm trying to cater and teach people how to trade for these objectives to earn income where you're paying yourself. So you're trading the markets and you're paying yourself and you're just adding extra cash. And that jumpstart the path to quitting your 9-to-5, okay? Trading can be scalable. It could be a side hustle. It could just be for extra income. It can be scaled all the way up to a full-blown business, okay? 6-figure, 7-figure business. It all depends on how much time and effort that you put into it. So we're going to get into it. Shout out to you, Gabrielle. What's up? What's up? Appreciate you joining. Welcome to this live session today on Saturday. So make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you're brand new. So let's get some feedback, man. Let's get some feedback with the chat. I want to get some engagement. Good morning, Lenny. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. For the people that are new, for the people that are interested, most people that subscribe to me are long-term investors, but I'm just trying to see clearly that for y'all that join the live stream, how many of y'all want to start earning extra income? I mean, y'all all can use it. Also, a lot of people in here subscribe, invest in crypto, and a lot of people can't wait and patient. But for the ones in the Patreon that have been learning and trying to do this, they're not worried about their long-term investments. They're not really learned about crypto. Oh, what's up, Naquan? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, TZ. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Good morning, Night Owl. Shout out to you. Appreciate y'all joining, man. Appreciate y'all joining. Just doing a live coaching session this morning. Get y'all prepared for the week in trading and just trying to inspire brand new people. You know what I'm saying? Trying to inspire brand new people on learning this skill set. So right now I'm on the CME website. This is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They're the biggest derivative platform in the world, okay? They do over 1 quadrillion in derivatives. So we can't even count to 1 quadrillion. It's a lot of trillions just to get to 1 quadrillion. So this is pretty much like the largest exchange in the world, one of them. And You want to kind of find your market. You know, we're dealing with derivatives, and I'm mainly a futures trader, and I specialize. I could trade anything, okay? I could trade anything, but you want to pretty much find your niche. Find a market that you specialize in. So if we come to markets, let me just show you. Let me highlight some things, the different things that you can trade. Let's go right here to browse by, okay? Look at the different markets. So most of y'all that subscribe to me, y'all, we mainly focus on cryptocurrency, okay, right? Because, you know, we specialize in crypto. If you're investing in crypto, that's your niche. You already know that's the future. But they got crypto derivatives, futures contracts. But if you notice, they got all kind of different markets. They have agriculture. They got cryptocurrency. They got energy markets, equity indexes. This is the market that I specialize in. I like to trade the Nasdaq. I like to trade the S&P. I don't trade the Dow because the Dow's kind of slow, but Nasdaq, S&P, those are my top markets, okay? They got foreign exchange, not pairs, but you can trade currencies in the futures market. Don't get it confused with Forex market, but you can trade FX currencies in the futures markets. You could trade the interest rates. You can trade the treasury bonds. You could trade different things, those different instruments. You can bet on if they're going to raise the rates or cut the rates, etc. You can bet on that. You can trade the metals, gold, silver, copper, palladium, different metals. You can trade that as well. They got options. I never dealt with cash, treasuries, and repo. I'm not familiar with that, but they got FX spot, and they got all kind of different markets, okay? You could trade corn. That's under. So let's do this. Let's look at agriculture. Just trying to introduce y'all to different markets outside of crypto. Okay. The financial industry is the biggest industry in the world. It is the economy. The financial industry is the economy. So this is what makes up the whole entire economy. So you could be betting on different things if you're familiar with it. So you can be a specialist in agriculture. Okay, what's some different products that you could trade? You could trade grains and oil seeds. So for example, you could trade corn futures. You can trade soybean futures. You could trade soybean oil. You can trade wheat. Okay, you could trade different markets like that. You could trade livestock. Okay, cattle. Cattle is a big industry. You know what I'm saying? You could trade cattle futures, feeder cattle. You can trade lean hogs, pork. Okay, you could trade pork. What about dairy? You could trade non-fat dairy products. So look at all these different energy. You could trade fertilizer, urea. You could trade lumber. So you might be a specialist. You might just one day decide, hey, I'm a specialist in lumber futures. Okay. So you can be a specialist in agriculture products. I'm always going to recommend go to the market that's the most liquid. I'm always going to recommend the market that's the most liquid. Let's see what else we got. Let me see. Let's look at metals. You might want to be a specialist in metals, which is a commodity. Let's see. You can trade gold futures. You can trade copper. What else they got? They got platinum. You could trade platinum. You could trade aluminum. You could trade iron. Okay. You could trade Chinese iron. For whatever reason, they got all kind of markets. There's markets that I never heard of before, but I mainly focus on, let's go to equity index market, which is, it makes up the stock market. And this is the market that I specialize in. Okay. It's one of the most popular. So, and they're pretty much, liquid, highly liquid. Okay. Trillions of dollars flowing through the equities. And we got two types of products in the equities. We have standard E-mini contracts and we got micro contracts. So for people that are brand new, I'm always going to recommend you start off in the micros, okay? The micro contracts. Why? Because they're forgiving, they're affordable, okay? $500 can get you started depending on the broker that you go with. You can start with $500. Now, if you decide to jump off out there in the E-minis, which is the larger contracts, I'm always going to recommend $10,000 or greater to trade those markets. Okay. So they got a market for you. If you think you can't do this or you don't have enough money, trust me, there's markets for you to get started. Also, when you sign up with brokers, they allow you to have practice accounts. If we use TradingView, you can use paper trading accounts. I'm always going to recommend starting with paper trading. Start with demo so you can get your feet wet, so you can understand what it is that you're doing. You don't want to just jump out there and start putting money on the line. All right. 1 second. Good morning, everybody. Appreciate y'all joining, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe, and share the video. Share the live stream. So, let me see. This is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. I always recommend coming over here and getting your information. So, for example, I think we're going to focus on, let's see, the micro Nasdaq. Let's focus on the micro Nasdaq because, oh yeah, y'all in the Patreon, I'm in the Discord. I'm gonna send the poll out after this to figure out what market y'all want to trade. Also, y'all can leave a recommendation in the comments or suggestion to determine if y'all want to trade anything else. So let's focus on the micro E-mini Nasdaq because that's what we've been trading. Because in my mentorship, again, let me show y'all right quick. If you ain't subscribed, come over here and subscribe to the Patreon if y'all are interested. But what I'm discussing right now is catered to my mentorship and my signals. Okay, we're catering this to these people over here, the people in the Discord. And what was I about to say? Let me see right quick. I forgot. I lost my train of thought right quick. But I'm catering this to the people over here in the mentorship. Okay, so this is mainly for the people in the mentorship. I forgot what the hell I was about to say. Let's select on the E-mini Nasdaq. Okay, let's select on this. If you're new to futures trading, they have the contracts. They expire. Okay, they expire every 3 months. And forgive me, y'all. Just wait. I just got up not too long ago. Got myself together, and I'm just, I'm trying to. It's that early morning thing. Okay, I really ain't get a lot of sleep, so bear with me. If you're new to futures trading, they have contracts that expire. So what you want to do is look at the calendar and you want to see what the current contract is. We're currently in the contract month of September. So normally contracts go three months, okay? September, October, November, and then we're going to the fourth quarter. So they pretty much broke them down into quarters. All right. So we're currently in the September contract. Over here on the CME, they give you the start date and the expiration date. And for y'all in the Patreon, Ryan, you said I need a computer or a laptop. I'm just using my phone right now. Yeah, you definitely need a larger device. Okay, you definitely need a larger device in order to do this. Now you can use your phone, but not as efficient as a computer, a desktop, or a tablet. You need one of those things. You need a tablet, you need a computer, a desktop, or a laptop. And we use our phones for managing trades. So whenever we're in a trade, we use that for trade management. But these contracts, they expire every 3 months. We're currently in September contract, and we have to be aware when these contracts expire, because when they expire, we have to roll into the new contract. So y'all in the Patreon, I haven't went over there yet. Every few months, the contract is going to expire. You come to the CME to update, okay, where are we at? When does it expire? You get the date, and then maybe a week in advance, you roll over into the December contract. So I'll keep y'all in touch with that. All right. Also, you want to look at specs. So let's look at the specs for people that are brand new and you want to see how much this is costing. Okay. So you got the broker requirements. The broker might require you to have a certain amount just to trade and put it up for margin. All right. So if you're trading future micros, they're pretty much affordable. Some brokers I've seen like $375, $500. Some might require you $1,000. It all depends. So you have that much money, I would say $500 just to get started with micros. And then in the micro contracts, look how affordable they are. Every 25 ticks is 50 cents. Okay. And the Nasdaq micros, every 25 points is 50 cents. Now, one round trip, 1 point, which is the digit to the left of the decimal, that is what? $2. So every point is $2. Very affordable. So if price starts going in your direction in your favor, that's 2 points per. That's $2 per point. Okay, very affordable. I believe the The mini is $20 per point. So it's a drastic difference. Matter of fact, we can go look at it if y'all want to see the difference. All right. Let's come over here to, let me see right quick. Let's go back. If we look at the larger contract, which is the E-mini, select that right quick. Look at specs. You can see the difference. Every 25 points is $5, okay? Every 25 points is $5. So, I mean, every 25 ticks is $5. So 1 point is $20. So if price goes against you, 1 point, that's $20 against you, okay? A whole different ball game, a whole different animal. And y'all in the Patreon, y'all starting to see that. Y'all starting to understand that. All right. Appreciate everybody joining, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. All right. Let's look at the economic calendar. All right. So this week that just passed, we had a moderate week. Okay. It was very, it was better than previous weeks. I would say that. Would y'all agree in the chat? This week was a little bit better than previous weeks in the market. We're going to get into it when we go to the charts. But this week was a little bit better than last 1 or 2 weeks. Okay. It loosened up a little bit. There was some manipulation in there, but we got through that, okay? We're gonna look at it. Let's go ahead and look at to next week, okay? And this is for y'all in the Patreon. Y'all, if y'all are watching, pay attention. All right. This week, next week coming up on Monday, okay? Monday starts the new week. And look what we have during this week. So who remembers what I said on weeks with non-farm payroll? Which also stands for not for professionals, okay? Traders know when to get out the market. But on weeks of non-farm payroll, how long should you stay in the market? Y'all tell me in the chat. Let me go do this right quick. My bad. Let me turn this off. I got this bot. I got bots in the chat now, and y'all can send a message. I don't want it. Maybe this shit is. 1 second. Let me switch this bot up right quick. Chat box. And y'all, yes, y'all are correct. Tino, shout out to you, Tino. You want to get out. My protocol is get out the market by Wednesday, okay? You could trade, listen, Gabrielle, you could trade all the way up to Wednesday, okay? Trade all the way up to Wednesday. Cut this shit off. All right, y'all should be good, man. I ain't meaning to like regulate like that. But y'all can trade all the way up to Wednesday. So on weeks of non-farm payroll. So this is when you get your notepad and your pen and your paper. When you see a week that says non-farm payroll, you want to be out the market by Wednesday, 7 a.m., okay? I mean, Wednesday by the a.m. session. Wednesday by the a.m. session, be out the market. Because the rest of the week is going to be a hell week, okay? It's definitely going to be hell week right here. You see all these red folders? We got a whole lot of shit going on this week coming up. Also, it's the end of the month, okay? So if you look at the monthly candle, whatever chart you're looking at, I don't care what market, the monthly candle is coming to a close. We only got a few more days left in the month, okay? The monthly candle is coming to a close. So pretty much the candle opened up at the beginning of the month. It created a low. It goes higher and then it peaks out. It creates a high, okay? Candlesticks create open, high, low closes, okay? Open, low, high, and now we're at the end of the month and it only makes sense for it to come to a close, right? So we're closing the month and we got all this high impact news right here. All right. Get all this high impact news. So opportunities are going to be real slim. Okay. So what kind of trader should you be in the chat? What kind of strategy should you be implementing? We already can forecast this. We already can forecast what kind of strategy we should be using on a week like this. What kind of strategy should y'all be implementing in the market? What kind of strategy should y'all be? What kind of trader should you be? Anybody? Not sell. Shout out to you, Ragman. Shout out to you, Lenny. So on a week like this, y'all should become scalpers. Okay. Shout out to everybody. Quick trader. Yes, Naquan, quick trader. So on a week like this, you want to be in and out. Any type of opportunity you find, you want to be in and out. And I teach people in the Patreon, in the Discord, how to look for 20 to 25 points, okay? 20 to 25 point scalps. And you're setting yourself, like you're not being greedy by setting by setting a cap at that point, by setting a limit to 25 points, that keeps you grounded, that makes you not over trade, okay? That keeps you just at a level realistic objective, because this week right here, it's going to chop y'all out the market, all right? We come to the end of the month. It's the end of the month. It only makes sense for us to wind down and close that monthly candle. And we're going to go into a new month with more opportunities in the market, which is August. So August is going to present more opportunities. So this week, just take it light. So we can pretty much forecast and predict our schedule. Y'all are all right. Shout out to UBC Moon. Shout out to everybody brand new. So my protocol, you have to have rules and protocols in the market. You want to be out on a week like this, Wednesday by the AM session, because FOMC meetings, yes, we got FOMC meetings in the afternoon, and we got Fed announcements, okay? We got Fed announcements on Wednesday, rate announcements. That's what I mean. So tread lightly, okay? Remember I said it. Now let's come to the charts. All right, I got two charts up. I got the micro Nasdaq, all right? And I also got the micro ES, okay? So you can see, this is what the futures contracts look, by the way. This is what they look like. They're not full complete. If you want to get the full chart, all right, you want to get the full history, and we're also at all-time highs. If you want to get the full history, you just come up to here, you come up to the top, and you type in NQ. And it's going to give you the entire history, all right? So you can get some more data, okay? Because we're in all-time high territory with the Nasdaq, all right, and the S&P. So we're in all-time high. We're in price discovery. So there's no data to the left of the chart, okay? There's really no data. So prices and price discovery, okay? So that's when you want to get the entire history, you just do that. And then once you see, okay, there's nothing over here to refer to, then you can come back to the micro contract right here. And now you understand, okay, we're in price discovery. We took out all-time high. So let me reference that all-time high right there. All-time high in the Nasdaq, okay? Now let's come over to the ES. Doing the same thing. All-time high in the ES. We're in price discovery. So you can see them trading step by step with each other. So for y'all that might want in the Patreon, for y'all that might want ES signals, some of y'all might want NQ signals, there is really the only difference is pricing, okay? The pricing. The Nasdaq is more faster, okay? The ES is slower, but they're still trading step by step, okay? They're still trading step by step, all right? So you really just pick your market, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm doing is right here is, this is called SMT, smart money trading technique, okay? Smart money trading. And what you're doing is you're comparing markets. If I pull up the Dow, I will be doing the same thing. Let's go look at the Dow right quick, which I don't trade the Dow. The Dow is really, it's very volatile and it's not clean. Let me see if I got the Dow pulled up. And what I do is I compare those three markets. So take your pen and paper. I'm comparing the Nasdaq, the S&P, and the Dow. Okay, here we go right here. Dow. All right, the Dow has not broken its all-time high, even though it's kind of in price discovery. Let's go down to the weekly. All right, so that right there lets you know smart money is in the market, because two of them broke the all-time high, okay? But the Dow has not broke the all-time high. It's trailing slightly behind. So the Dow has to catch up. And if y'all don't know, each one of these markets, there's always a leader, okay? There's always a leader. There's always a lagger, okay? But if you compare the three markets, that's called smart money technique, okay? Where you're trying to see, okay, what market is the smart money in? What market are they heavily in? It actually looked like it broke as I zoom in. Yeah, it did broke, but slightly. It didn't expand higher. So the Dow has some catching up to do. It's lagging behind. Let's see. That's the ES. ES and Nasdaq are pretty much step by step together. Okay. So Nasdaq, ES, and Dow Jones. Okay. Slightly behind. All right. So I'm going to focus right now on the Nasdaq. I'm going to do a little ES as well. Let's scroll in. We know we're in price discovery. So y'all in the chat, what market profile are we currently trading in? This is a higher time frame perspective as well. This is a higher time frame perspective. So what profile is this right here? Okay. What's that profile right there? What market profile are we in? Y'all smash that like button, subscribe if you're brand new. Sign up to the Patreon. What market profile are we in? Shout out to you, Gabrielle. Market Maker Buy Program. That's not the profile, Optimist. That's not, I know you see the busy, but I'm asking what profile. The market does 4 things: consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. Consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. So it's clear as day, price is what? It's doing what? It's expanding higher, right? And it's also called a buy program or a market maker buy program model. Market maker buy model. So with that being said, we're expanding higher. That's because we're in price discovery. We took out the all-time high, and now price has to pretty much create it got to create market structure now. Okay, on the way, and this applies to all markets. Y'all seeing this in XRP, y'all seeing this in Bitcoin, whatever market you're looking at. Once we're in price discovery, gold, okay, it has to create market structure. Okay, it's going to consolidate, it's going to retrace, but if you zoom out, you get the bigger picture. All right, this is a weekly time frame. Let me go peek at the monthly right quick. Let's go out to the monthly. That's what it looks like on the monthly. Okay, expansion, price discovery. All right. What I meant by earlier when I said the monthly candle was coming to a close, look, the work has been done so far this month. We're pretty much done for the month. We took out the all-time high. All right. And now the month, we only have 5 days left in the month of July. Okay. We got 5 days left, and we know that we have all this news to get through this week. Okay. So you need to what? Lower your expectations. Don't get greedy, because I know some of y'all want to look. I took 2 trades this week. All right. No, 3. I took 3 trades this week. Look at my frequency. Okay. My frequency was very low. 3 trades in 1 week and highly profitable, over almost $4,000 in profits. All right. 3 trades, almost $4,000. So understand what I'm trying to tell y'all. Yeah. Shout out to you, BC Moon. Yep. Exactly. So we're in a buy program. You see that? And we have 5 days left to close the month. All right. So nothing else to expect. What I'm pretty much waiting for, I'm going to look for a few opportunities Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And by Wednesday AM session, I'm out the market. I'm going to give them Thursday and Friday. I'm not trading Thursday and Friday. Now, that doesn't mean you can't study it. That doesn't mean you can't demo trade it, because that's going to give you experience on why not to trade on those days. I'm telling you. So y'all in the Patreon, y'all in the Discord, y'all can still demo trade. Don't put live money in the market Thursday and Friday. All right. Not even in the afternoon on Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, out the market AM session. Wednesday, you're gonna understand. You're gonna thank me later why. Demo trade the rest of the week, and you're gonna quickly find out, like, man, this shit ain't tradable. Okay, it's gonna be very difficult. You're gonna be getting stopped out, because if y'all don't know, the markets are algorithmic. They're programmed, and this shit repeats every month. This shit repeats every week. All right, I know when to expect certain things in price action. Now, I'm telling you, this week coming up, expect these things to happen, because I've seen it over and over and over again for years. All right. All right. So let's go back down to the weekly. We're waiting for the new weekly candle to open. Let's go down to the daily. Well, first of all, y'all see what this is right here. That's a BISI. All right. We didn't trade down there this week. It's a breakaway gap. Okay. So price created this BISI, and it started to expand higher. We didn't need to trade down here. All right. So it's a breakaway gap. Now, is it complete? or can it still come down here? Yes. All right. So be cautious. I'm gonna have that left on my chart. Also, before the week even opens, y'all tell me in the chat, what is this right here? What is this little space and price right here? Y'all let me know in the chat. What is that right there that I'm illustrating? This little space and price. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight that and reference that. Shout out to you, Gabrielle. You're correct. It's called a volume imbalance. All right. So I'm gonna highlight that little space and price. Y'all should be doing this as well in your chart. All right. Be doing this as well in your chart. Not value gap. It's a you're gonna get it, Optimist. I appreciate you participating because you're trying to learn. Shout out to you. You're gonna get it. It's called a volume imbalance. It's a gap though. You're correct. It's definitely a gap, but it's a different gap. It's a volume imbalance. You know why? Because look at the bodies. The bodies, they don't overlap. They just leave a space and price. All right. The bodies don't overlap. Like, for example, look at the bodies of these candles. They're overlapping the bodies. Look at the bodies right here. You see these bodies of these candles? They overlap. They're touching pretty much. So there goes a larger gap right there. You see that larger gap? But look at the bodies in the candles. They're overlapping. So they're filling in that space in price. But whenever you see price create that little volume imbalance or a little gap where the bodies don't overlap, you want to highlight that and you're going to drag it out. I like to use rectangles. And what you want to do is you want to get the opening price of this candle and the closing price of this candle. All right. And then you're going to calibrate it. I'm going to do that for later, but you're going to calibrate that. You want to reference that because we can open up. We can gap down lower. So we don't know how we're going to open up on Sunday. That's why we have to wait for Sunday. We got to wait for Sunday, but we can gap down lower and we can trade down into that. All right. It's not a fair value gap. It's a volume imbalance. All right. Let me change this. It's a volume imbalance, but we can definitely trade down to that. You could call it it's a gap in price, but it's more of a volume imbalance. All right. Volume imbalance, just like that. All right. So you want to highlight that. And what y'all witness me do, what y'all are witnessing me doing is I'm starting on a higher time frame. So you got to understand those higher time frame levels. Okay. And then I'm going to walk down to lower time frames. So from the weekly, let's go down to the daily. All right. I already got that reference. Let me go back out to the weekly because it's too extended. All right. Let's go down to the daily. All right. So on the daily time frame, all right. On the daily time frame, I'm setting up my chart. So on the daily, y'all in the chat, what is this right here? Okay, there goes another one. Okay, and this is a good example of it filling it. So right there, y'all see the bodies. You can see the wicks, right? You see the wicks, but do you see the bodies overlapping? You must reference that in price. Okay, you must reference that that area in price where the bodies don't overlap. That's called a volume imbalance. So here we are. I'm going to highlight it. And the stock market is overextended right now. Okay. It's at unprecedented price levels. So you're going to see a lot of this gapping and continuing higher. It's very risky. I'm not even going to lie. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all 20 to 25 points per trade. All right. Get in, get out. Don't hesitate. Don't waste time. But you see me highlighting that daily volume imbalance. Now, the higher time frame has more influence over price. Daily volume. So that weekly down here has a more pull. Now, do we have to come down there? No, but that weekly volume imbalance has more pull over price, and we can open up next week and trade down there. So we're going to be looking for it. I'm still bullish on the stock market until otherwise. All right. We're in price discovery. I'm going to anticipate it to continue to go higher. Also, y'all tell me in the chat, you see this down close candle? What is this right here? What kind of PD array is that? What kind of PD array is this down close candle right here? Shout out to you, Lenny. Yes, daily order block. It's a daily order block. All right. So I'm taking the opening price of this candle right here, and I'm gonna drag it out to the right. All right. You see how price trades down to the opening price of the order block? That is the opening price. Yep. Shout out to y'all, Gabrielle. Shout out to you. So you can see how price, this candle right here was Thursday, okay? It opened up. What did it do? Bearish candles open at the top. They create a high. They go down and then they close at the base, okay? Bullish candles, they open at the base. They go down and then they go up, create a high, and then they close at the top. So that's how you read candlesticks. Bearish candles open at the top. Bullish candles open at the bottom or the base. So on Thursday, what did Thursday do? Okay, Thursday opened up, and what did it do? Y'all tell me what are these two highs right there? What are these two highs right there? BC Moon. I was mentored by ICT. All right, I was mentored by ICT. All right, so that was my mentor. Y'all in the chat, what are those two highs right there? Not the wick. What are the highs? What's at the top of the? What's at the top? What's at the top of the candles? The swing highs. What's at the top of them? And when I go to lower time frames, it makes more sense. But what's at the top of old highs? What's at the bottom of old lows? What's at the top of old highs? What's at the bottom of old lows? What's up, Zayor? I like that name. Zayor, shout out to you. Liquidity. Yes, shout out to you. Liquidity. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to my new subscribers as well. Yes, Lenny, pending orders. Liquidity and pending orders, okay? So when I'm drop down the lower time frame, this is going to make more sense. But I'm still on the higher time frame. I'm just outlining on Thursday, okay? Thursday, it opened up at the top of the candle. It went up. It swept both of these highs right here, okay? You can see that. It went up, liquidated buy side liquidity, and then guess what? It sold down, back down to discount. All right, this volume imbalance was not valid yet until this candle closed. So it went up, took out liquidity. It traded down to the top of the order block, just like that. You see that? Top of the order block. That's a entry, all right? If you wanted to be a buyer, you set it at the order block, all right? It dropped down into the order block, triggered limit orders, and then it rallied up, closed. All right. And then the following day on Friday, it dropped down. Once this candle closed right here, this volume imbalance became valid. Okay. That's a valid volume imbalance. You got to wait for the candle to close. And then what do? We open up, we drop down again and touch the order block, and we trade down into the volume imbalance. You see that? So we trigger both. Boom. You could have been a buyer at the top of the volume imbalance. You could have been a buyer at the midway point of the volume imbalance, or you could have been a buyer at the opening price of the order block. All right. Those three different things you can use. And then what did price do? It expanded higher, and we took out the previous week's highs, and it went up, and then it retraced, and we closed. Right now, the market is closed. All right. So we're waiting for the market to open on Monday. The market opens on Sunday, but the official open isn't until 9:30 a.m. Monday. All right, now let's go down intraday. Let's go down to lower time frames. So from the daily, let's go down to the hourly time frame. You see how I marked out all my higher time frame levels? All right, I marked out all my higher time frame levels. So now let's go down to lower time frames. From the daily, let's go down to the hourly. All right. So on the hourly time frame, that's what it looks like. All right. Now let me do this. Throw up my weekly dividers, and this pretty much simply helps us and guides us through price. All right. Let me drag this one over to the right. I'm gonna set up for the new week, and y'all should be doing this. Y'all in the Discord, y'all in the Patreon. Y'all need to do this today. Okay. Whenever you get time, this evening, this morning, sometime today, go ahead and prepare yourself for the upcoming week. So I'm gonna drag this out all the way to Sunday, 6:00 p.m. This is the next Sunday. This is gonna be in August. So all the way out to August 3rd, Sunday. The market is currently closed. So y'all in the chat. Well, before I do that, no. Y'all in the chat, what's the first thing? Well, I'm gonna get to that. Let's back test right quick. Let's back test to see what we did intra-week and intra-day. All right. So let me throw up my daily dividers. And this week was pretty it was pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty interesting. So on Sunday, remember, if y'all brand new to trading, we don't trade on Sundays. So if you're in there trying to jump in there on Sundays, it can get real hectic for you. So Sunday, all right, that's a no news day. The market opens on Sunday. You can see the low volume on Sunday. All right, and then we go to Monday. Go to Monday. Monday was a cleaner day. What did the economic calendar do on Monday? All right, let's go back to economic calendar. On Monday, we didn't have no news. So yes, my protocol for y'all was, lower your expectations. But on this particular Monday, the market decided, hey, we're gonna offer some good trading opportunities. So on Monday, market trades down and it went higher. And what did it do? It took out last week's high. You see the swing high right there? That is the high from last week. Okay, we went up, we liquidated that high. All right. Above that high was buy orders. Remember, price is always going to seek liquidity at all times. It likes to gravitate to liquidity like a magnet. So price is always reaching for liquidity. If it does nothing else, it's going to want to seek liquidity. So on Monday, it drops down. It takes out the lows from Sunday. It also dropped into this right here. Let me show y'all right quick. Y'all should know what it is. I'm not going to go into much detail with it. It dropped into that right there. Let me remove the gray. 1 second. The weekly fair value gap. All right. Y'all should know what that is right there. You see the highlighted area? You see that right there? We dropped down into that on Monday. Use it as support. Let me see if I trade. I forget when I trade. Let me see. I took a scalp. I went short. I didn't trade on Monday because I told y'all I wasn't anticipating much on Monday. All right, let me hide my executions. We went up. We took out last week's high. I allowed them to have that. I wasn't in a rush to chase that because it's Monday. And then we fizzled out, and then we went into Tuesday. Okay, so Tuesday. What did we do on Tuesday? Well, on Tuesday, because we took out last week's high, at 12 o'clock midnight, I started seeing weakness in price, okay? I started seeing the weakness in price, all right? And then we sold off back down to this new week opening gap, and we sold off pretty much to that daily. We sold off to that daily order fair value gap. Now, if y'all wasn't a Patreon early in the week, I highlighted for you. I highlighted this area for y'all. I said, hey, on the higher time frame, price might want to refer back down to this daily fair value gap. And guess what? It did that. It gravitated to it like a magnet. Okay. It wanted to fill in the gap because it was inefficient in price. All right. It wanted to fill in the gap because it was inefficient in price. I knew that ahead of time. Y'all witnessed it. Matter of fact, I got a trade example. Let's go back down to the hourly. So on Wednesday, I said, hey, watch this gap because it can use it as a discount. And sure enough, during the AM session, New York AM session, it sold off down. Now, do I got my trade executions? Let's see. Executions. So boom, you see where the arrows are? Let me go down to a 15-minute. Do you see where I sold right here? Yes, zero. Yes, zero. Smart money trading. Yes, that's what we're doing. Okay. I'm 5 years experience up in here, still growing, still getting better. I'm competing with myself. So I don't have no ego with this. I'm not trying to be competitive. I'm just trying to grow. I'm just trying to get better. Welcome to my channel too as well. So if you want to learn, shout out to you. If you want to sign up to my Patreon, you can get in that as well. The link is pinned in the comments. But yes, getting better every day. So look at my trade executions for the week. Okay. I took a sell. I went short during the AM session. Let me reference this right quick. The AM session starts at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 o'clock a.m. So let me reference that for y'all. 8:30 a.m. right here. And 11 o'clock a.m. That window in time. That's a window in time. Do you see this window in time? Was I in the market ahead of that during the London session? Nope. Was I in there during in the Asia session last night? Nope. Look where most of the volume came in at, okay? Look where all the volume came in at during the New York AM session. And y'all wonder why I mainly trade in New York and I mainly trade in the AM session. But you can see what price did. This trend line right here starts 12 o'clock midnight. And then we go into the London session, all right? What is this high right here? Y'all tell me in the chat. What is this high right here? What is that swing high right there? What's above that high? Wait for y'all in the chat. Need some engagement. What's that swing high right there? It's definitely liquidity. You could call it resistance, and I don't shame y'all for calling it what y'all want to call it. I don't give a damn. Okay. It's definitely buy side liquidity. You see that right there? That's the high. Yep. Shout out to you, Gabrielle. It's the swing high from London. All right. So every session creates a high and a low. And yes, it's buy side liquidity. And do you think it's random? Okay. Do you think it's random how price goes up to that? And look where I'm selling at. All right. Look where I'm selling at 9:30. Let's go down to a 5-minute. Let me find my chart. Zoom in right quick. Let's go down to a 5-minute. I must have sold on the 1 minute. I definitely sold at that one right there. Let me see. Let's go down to a 1 minute. Cause I'm in the markets in the 1 minute time frame. Okay. I'm in there on the 1 minute time frame. All right. Right there. All right. So you see my executions. We go up. Okay. We go up. We take out the London session high. All right. We're in the window. You said, where's the Lambo at? Ain't no Lambo, man. I don't do that. I don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't glorify. I'm just here to educate. Welcome to my channel. If you're brand new to my channel, I'm just here to educate. Okay. This is an educational channel. All right. I ain't flashy. I'm low key. I ain't into all that. But I'm grateful for y'all joining and watching and subscribing. I do a lot of crypto analysis over here, but I'm trying to bridge the gap. A lot of people in crypto aren't aware of this right here. Okay. And a lot of people trying to bridge that gap. Crypto people are delusional. All right. Because they just don't know about this over here. So if you come from the trading community, shout out to y'all because y'all have a more understanding about what's going on. But you can see I'm in here. I'm executing. I'm trying to get good feels. So at 9:30 a.m., y'all know at 9:30 a.m., that's the market open. Okay. And as soon as I see this drop right here at 9:30, okay, right on the dime, at 9:30 a.m. on the dime, the market starts dropping. So what am I looking for? Okay. What am I looking for in price? I'm looking for the first fair value gap in price as we start seeing those expansion candles. All right. So the first one that presents itself is up here. All right. But we didn't trade to that one. So the next one will be right here. Boom. Just like that. You see that? The next one that presents itself is right there. Okay. You can see my executions. We trade up in them. I canceled a few of them because I wanted a deeper retracement. All right. I wanted a deeper retracement. So some of them I'm getting in and then I'm like, all right, nah, I don't like that feel. I want to get a deeper retracement. So we get in there. You can see my executions inside of the what? What is this? What am I highlighting, y'all? What kind of PD array is this? What kind of PD array is this? I'm waiting. What kind of PD array? Yes, Gabrielle, shout out to you. It's a SIBI. So you can see me doing multiple attempts and it's okay. Like, because the micros are forgiving. I'm willing to take the little transaction costs. Like when I'm exiting out of it, it might be $1 or $2. It's all good. I'm not tripping on that because I already know what price is trying to do. But you can see me, and this is a part of my game where I'm still trying to work on, like, damn, getting in at a deeper retracement inside of the SIBI. All right. But getting in there, my best entry was right here. You see that? Boom, just like that. That was a deeper retracement. I get in right there. All right. So I'm in the market. Guess where my stop loss is? Guess where my stop loss is? This is where my stop loss is. Let me show you where my stop is. 0. Can you explain short what a SIBI is? A SIBI, okay. A SIBI is a fair value gap. So Most people understand what a fair value gap is. If you understand ICT concepts, whatnot, fair value gap, FVG, fair value gap. Well, it goes into more details. There's different types of fair value gaps. We got BISIs, which stand for buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. And we got SIBIs, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. So let me show you. This is a SIBI right here. This is a SIBI. You can see this. It's displacement lower. It forms a gap in price. All right. We form a gap. It's a SIBI. All right. A BISI would be something like this. It's just the opposite of a SIBI. A BISI would be this right here. Okay. You see this? When candles are going up, that's a BISI. When candles are going down, that's a SIBI, and it forms a gap. So that's the quick, brief summary of what that is. Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. And what it is, the market is algorithmic, okay? It's algorithmic, and the algorithm wants to refer to these levels, these gaps, to make them efficient because they didn't offer any buying, okay? When the market just sharply sold off like this, they didn't offer any buying in this. So what the algorithm wants to do is it wants to trade up and offer buying. It wants to go up and make it efficient. So they offer some buying in there. You better believe there's some retail trying to chase that and they don't know what's going on. And then guess what? They displace it lower. All right. Remember when I told y'all want to be a seller? Y'all want to be a seller when what? Price does what? It goes up. You want to be shorting the market when price goes up. So that's exactly what I'm timing. You can see the candles, they're going up inside of the gap. I'm looking to short the market when price is going up. And then it goes up, it offers a premium to short. I know a lot of times y'all see, we want to be buyers when price goes down to a discount. We want to be buyers, but when price is going up, we want to be sellers. You got to understand the higher time frame narrative, okay? All right, appreciate it, Zero. Appreciate it. All right, so you can see my executions, and then we displace lower, all right? And then if you missed that right there, they offered you another opportunity right here. All right. They offered you another opportunity, but I didn't need to get in that because I'm already in the market. I don't need to get in that. Now there's something called pyramiding where you can add more contracts onto this. That's more advanced. All right. You can pyramid where you're adding more contracts to the current trade, but no need to do that. You just need to be in and out. So for you brand new people, this is what I'm about to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all right quick. How you need about 20 to 25 points. All right. 20 to 25 points to start earning consistent income so you can work your way out of your job. Okay. So let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to take a tool right here and I'm going to put it at the midway point where I entered at. Let's just say the midway point right here. All right. Midway point, my stop loss. Where's my stop loss? I'm putting my stop loss right here at the top of that wick right there. That's my stop loss. What's up, Ricky Ricardo? The other day I asked ChatGPT, who are the most reputable crypto YouTube content creators? And it was very reassuring that you came back as one of the top 5. If I remember correctly, thanks, boss. What? Say what? Wait, pause. You telling me you asked ChatGPT who are the most reputable YouTube crypto influencers or content creators, and it said I came back as one? Please confirm that to me, Ricardo. I gotta no, please confirm that to me. You asked ChatGPT who are the most reputable crypto YouTube content creators, and I was one of them. Because I'm about to go look that up right now. That's some bullshit. Let me see. Now, I'm not saying you some bullshit. I can't believe that. Let's go to ChatGPT. I'm coming back, y'all. I'm coming back. Let's see right quick. Who are the most But I appreciate Ricky. I appreciate it though. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. And are you saying it's just reassurable because some of these people are trash? I don't know. Yeah, I ain't coming up in there, man. I ain't coming up in there. But I definitely appreciate the love. I definitely appreciate, not Bit Boy. How the fuck is Bit Boy still up here and he's locked up in prison, okay? But I definitely appreciate the love. For sure. It's probably more catered because you watch my channel. You better believe, you know, these things are pretty much interconnected. You know what I'm saying? So if you watch my channel, then it is what it is. But I appreciate the love. All respect. You know what I'm saying? No hate over here. All respect. Now let's come back right quick. Let's come back to the market. So for the people that, what I was saying was, for the people that want to start working their way, and I don't care what career you're in or what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? All you need is about 20 to 25 points per day, okay? 1 to 2 trades per day. If you're profitable on one trade, move to the sideline, wait for the next day because you're too busy working your job. So you don't have a lot of time to be analyzing and trading these markets. So if you're somebody who wants to start, let me show you what 25 points looks like. 25 points right there, okay? Look at this, okay? Look at this. That's a 17-point stop loss, and you're only looking for 25 points. This is, do you understand how doable and how easy this is, okay? From entry right here, midway point of the fair value gap, down to 25 points, just like that. That's a quick scalp, okay? That's a quick scalp. That's not even the real move. Do you understand that, right? I'm talking about the people that want to quit their job. Now let's put some numbers behind this. Let's come back to the CME, all right? Let's come back to the CME. And what I'm looking at is the Nasdaq. Now, although I'm looking at the micro Nasdaq on the charts, it don't matter. They're doing the same shit. Price is price. The only difference is the pricing, okay? Now, every tick is $2, okay? Every tick is $2 for the Nasdaq. So matter of fact, my bad. Every tick is $5. So 1 point is $20. All right. So for every 1 point in the Nasdaq, that's $20. Now let's go back. 25 points. Y'all do the math in the chat. Y'all do the math. And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is what I'm trying to convince y'all. Y'all brand new people that are brand new to the trading. This little small move in price right here will retire you from your goddamn job if you start doing it consistently, okay? It is a cheat code, okay? It's a cheat code of life. So y'all pull out your calculators. What is 20 times 25? What is 20 times 25? We're doing the Nasdaq pricing because eventually you're going to graduate from micros and you're going to go into the full contract, the E-mini. Come on now. Y'all tell me in the chat. Y'all tell me in the chat. I need some engagement. $20 times 25. No. Shout out to you, Lenny. Shout out to you, Gabrielle. Simple. Hey, Lenny. So shout out to Lenny, y'all. Lenny made like, not putting your business out there, but you learning, you're gonna get better, and that's a win. I need to celebrate you, Lenny. Yesterday, Lenny did like $400, okay? On his own. On his own. He didn't get a signal from me. He did it on his own because he's learning. So Lenny, shout out to you. And it didn't require much time, okay? You was in and out the market, not much time, $400, just like that. And y'all are right in the chat, $500. This little micro move in price right here, all right? $500, just like that, 25 points. If you're trading the micro on the minis, okay? Because eventually I want y'all to graduate to the minis. 25 points consistently. So in your mind, I'm aiming for 25 points. I'm done. That's $500 a day. Okay. Now let's just say you do this 5 days out the week, because every day the market is going to offer you 25 points. Okay. There's going to be a 25-point trade setup every day, 5 days a week, every day, consistently 25 points, 25 points, 25 points. Now let's do that times 5 for the people that are brand new. Yes, Lenny, it took 13 minutes. You made, I'm gonna round it off to 500, 490. but you made $500 in my book. You do this 5 times a week. Y'all tell me in the chat, how much is that? 500 times 5. And it's really nothing, okay? I'm gonna show you how long this trade took, okay? Let me show you how long, if you would have did this little scalp right here, let me show you how long that took. Let's say we entered right here where I entered at, right there on that candle. That trade took 2 minutes. Yes, Gabriel, you're right. If you do this 5 times a week, okay, this little small move, this is what I'm trying to convince y'all, brand new people. Shout out to everybody joining. I'm trying to teach y'all how to, a strategy to get out of your 9 to 5, to eventually quit your 9 to 5. All right. Because this move, if you learn this skill set, nobody can take it from you. It's something you will have with the rest of your life. Or if you don't want to, you can work your job as well. So it's powerful to have. It's powerful to go make an extra $2,500 a month and work your job. So I ain't saying quit your job. If you got good benefits, you've been in your career, your job is easy. No, don't quit your job. You got time to do this. Don't quit your job. Keep your job and also trade as well. But you're going to notice that this shit is going to start scaling up real fast, especially if you're trading the minis. This shit is going to scale real fast to where it's going to be like, you're going to be looking at your job like, what am I doing? What am I doing? But this trade right here, let's just say this 25-point scalp, that took 2 minutes. 2 minutes, okay? 25 points, 2 minutes. All right, 25 points, 2 minutes, in and out. You don't care about what else happened. You see that move right there? We're going to calculate that as well. But you don't care about that. Look where I got out at on this trade, okay? Look where I got out on this trade. Although this was a micro, I can do the same shit in minis. But look where I got out. And I'm just sitting here telling y'all to get out at 25 points. You see that right there? 25-point scalps can help you get out your job. Earning $500 a day is reassuring that I can do this and this is all it takes, and it doesn't take much at all to start working your way out of your 9 to 5. All right. Y'all press 1 if y'all feeling that or y'all understand that. Is this making sense? Do y'all have questions? If y'all got any questions, this is the time to ask them. If y'all got any questions. Shout out to you, Ragman. Gabrielle, you understand? This is what I'm trying to coach y'all into. This is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. I know probably some of y'all, what's up, Jason for life? Shout out to you. Shout out to you, TZ. If y'all not in the Patreon, sign up to the Patreon. Y'all getting mentorship. Sign up to the Patreon. Y'all come over here, click the link. And I'm pretty much walking y'all and coaching y'all through this. And I'm giving y'all the signals because I'm seeing these trades. This trade right here, I sent the signal for, okay? I sent the signal out for this. Now, y'all, because everybody's situation, y'all got out where y'all got out at, okay? You're going to grow into taking the 25 points. I'm telling y'all, take y'all 25 points. And then eventually you're going to inch to 30 points. Then you're going to eventually reach for 40 points. And then the 50 points. And then you're going to eventually to understand, well, shit, I'm going to hold this until it gets down to the daily fair value gap. I'm going to hold this until it gets down to the new week opening gap right here. You see that? You could have got out right there. When I first started, I was going for the 25 points. And then I grew into, oh, well, I'm going to hold to the PD array, the discount. I will get out right here. And then eventually I grow into, guess what? Holding down here. You see that? Shout out to you, Strategic Management Institute. Shout out to you. All right, so is this simple? Okay, y'all tell me in the chat. Give me some engagement. Does that seem simple to do? Does that seem super easy to do? You need to be in sync with order flow. You need to understand what price is doing. And guess what? Let me show y'all in the Patreon. Let me show y'all. You can already preset this, okay? Y'all can already preset this. First of all, before I show y'all that, is this easy? Does this seem easy for y'all to do? Appreciate it, Zyar. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. If y'all brand new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Ryan, you said it seems simple. All right. Rangman, you said it seems simple. All right. 20. Now, again, look, read the title. Future Trading for Beginners, the strategy to quit your 9 to 5. And I'm giving you the strategy. So this is the part of the live stream Shout out to you, Lawrence. Gabrielle, you say easy peasy. Okay, Gabrielle, we gonna see this week coming up. But remember the protocols. Shout out to you, Lawrence, in the Patreon. Shout out to you. Lawrence, if you're just joining, you might have to go back and rewatch. I don't know. But I'm teaching y'all how to take the 25-point trades, okay? I'm giving you live examples. Jason for life just got on, so I missed this strategy. Just go back, Jason. Once this is over, just watch the replay, okay? I don't know what timestamp I'm at, but definitely go back and watch the replay. We here. You're going to see it when you get there. But I'm giving y'all the 25-point strategy, okay? It's consistent. Don't worry about nothing else. If you're somebody working a 9 to 5, you're somebody stuck, you're busy, you live a busy lifestyle, and you don't have time to be in the present in the charts all day, and you just want consistency, 25-point trades, okay? 25-point trade setups will replace your income. We're focusing on the Nasdaq. And I'm discussing, even though I'm looking at the micro Nasdaq, I'm also talking about the mini, which is the larger contract. And 25-point trades is $500 per trade. That could potentially be more than what your employer is paying you day to day, okay? Some people don't make $500 in a day from their employer. So imagine going to work and being quick at certain times of the day, being in and out the market. If y'all want more details, sign up to the Patreon. All right. If you want more details on what times of the day to look for these trades, etc. All right. But this move right here, Lawrence, this move right here, I'm showing you a fair value gap. This was from Tuesday. Matter of fact, let's go over here and watch it right quick. Let's go to my YouTube channel. I think I screen recorded it. And let's come over here right quick. Go to my YouTube channel. Videos. 3 days ago, right here. All right. This was the trade right here. Same what I'm showing y'all right now, okay? You see me managing the trade. I'm setting it up. You can see me executing all that live, okay? I just showed you my executions where I got in and out. So you can see me managing the trade. This is a 5-minute time frame, but I enter on a 1 minute, all right? You can see where my stop loss is above price. You always want to use stop loss. Now, my stop loss is a little wide. I did that on purpose. I know where I want to place it, but I'm confident that it's not going to even come back to it. So I can, when I'm using my stop losses, it's your insurance, okay? You're just using it as insurance, and you can adjust it as you go. All right. You can always constantly adjust your stop loss, but don't be quick to jam it below your entry point. You need to let price do what it does. Don't be quick to adjust your stop loss. All right. You can see me, I'm just zooming out. I'm on a tablet, by the way, doing this. I'm on my tablet. Again, you need a tablet, a computer, a desktop to get, don't just be doing this on the phone. Now, you can manage your trades on the phone with that stop loss, but as far as analyzing and getting a larger picture, use a tablet, computer, or desktop. So I'm sitting through this trade. I forgot how long this trade took, but I sped this video up and it's taking some time. You see, I'm in the trade. I'm confident. I'm in profit. You can see it doing this thing. The same trade I'm showing y'all right now, reviewing. But again, what I'm teaching y'all, take your 25 points. All right. I'm teaching y'all to take the 25 points. This is me just holding the trade. Now you just see me. Do you see the green, the new week opening gap in green right here? That's why I told y'all I could have took profit at. The old me would have took profit right there. And that's okay. That's profit. You're paying yourself. But you're going to eventually grow into, okay, I know where price is going based on the higher time frame. And guess what price is going? You see where I put my take profit at? That's all I need right there. $1,700 right there. Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe, sign up to the Patreon if y'all brand new. I got beginner lessons. I got all kind of different things going on in the Patreon. A little something for everybody. And I'm just managing. We're still in that first 30 minutes of trading as well, from 9:30 to 10 a.m. Okay. Now there I am highlighting the fair value gap that I entered on. You see that? And then that's me reducing my stop loss. So I drastically reduced my stop loss, but I didn't jam it below my entry point. Even though I'm confident I can do it right now, but I'm confident that it's going to sell off. Gentel, how much of a starting balance would you need to earn 4K per month? You need 10,000 and above, but starting out, that's if you're brand new, Jantel, like that's too much of a high expectation for you to start making $4,000 a month. If you're brand new to this, lower your expectations. And that's just me being real and honest with you. You got to start at the beginning, okay? You got to start where I'm telling you, taking 25 points per trade to earn $500 per day, okay? 25 points per trade get you $500 per day. Don't worry about, man, I need $4,000 a month. You're going to grow into that. Not 6 minis. These are 6 micros. This is 6 micro strategic management. So I'm showing you trading, and look, it took profit. So I was showing you a trade example from the micros, but this same thing applies in the minis as well. So this is micros, and I'm just saying, once you grow from micros into minis, when you go into the minis, it's way more. Hey, it does way more damage. So when price goes against you, it's way more money. And I'm simply telling you, once you graduate into the minis, you could trade 25-point trade setups, all right? And that can remove you from your job. That's $500 right there. But I did 6 contracts with the micros, netting $1,700 this week, all right? So this is where I want y'all to start for y'all brand new people. 25 points per trade. Jantel, $500 a day. $500 per day is 10Ks a month though. You're not trading. The markets aren't open every day, Jantel. You got to lower your expectations, okay? And every day, you don't necessarily trade every day. Just like I'm telling y'all in the economic calendar this week. I already told y'all this week coming up that we're going to be out the market by Wednesday and let them have it. So you're not going to be trading every day. Also, when you're brand new, you're not going to be profitable every day, okay? Don't worry about, you need to remove the money. Okay, you need to remove the money aspect when you're brand new. Don't worry about the money. Worry about execution. Worry about the candles, okay? Worry about points. Okay, that's why I'm not sitting here saying, oh, make $500 a day. I'm sitting here telling you, aim for 25 points a day. I'm not saying, and this is relative to any market, whether you're trading micros, you're trading minis, aim for 25 points per day and the money is going to come. When you're under me, you're going to be learning. I'm coaching you to understand how to read price. The candlesticks pay me. I'm not worried about the money because some trades, I don't even care what it pays out as long as it executes. As long as I called the market correctly on this particular trade. I didn't care that it paid me $1,700. I was more concerned about we getting down to this level right here. And that's what I mean. So if you do $500 times 5, 500 times 5, that's 5. That's times 4. Yes, you can do that. You can do 10K a month. Okay, you can get to 10K a month, but lower your expectations a little bit. Instead of 10K, can you do $5,000 per month? Can you do $2,500 extra dollars per month? And then, like I'm saying, you're going to eventually grow into 10K. 20K, etc. But yes, that's definitely doable. Now that's the 10K, Jantel, is definitely doable in minis. But in micros, no, you're not going to get that in a month. But in minis, hell yeah. You need to start out with minis. You need to start out with at least $10,000 to $100,000 in capital. Preferably, I'm going to be honest with you, you can start with 10K. But that's the low tier. But preferably, you need about $25,000 to start and start making that type of money, $10,000 per month. 10K, you're going to be real light. What you're doing with 10K is you're going to take $10,000. You're going to try to grow it to like 15. You're going to try to grow it to 20. And then you're going to try to get to about 25. And then when you get to about 25, that's when you're going to start scaling up. That's when you're going to start holding. You know what I'm saying? It gives you more comfortability with $25,000. But I don't tell y'all that because you can get started with 10,000. That's what I'm saying. Gabriel, boss, could you trade? Could the trade have reverse off the new week opening gap versus going to the daily? Yes, it could have. But Gabriel, remember on the daily, let's go back to the daily. What does the daily time frame suggest? 1 second. Let me hide that. What does the daily time frame suggest, Gabriel? We had a daily volume balance in that order block, okay? Oh, my bad. Over here. The daily time frame suggested that we trade down to the daily fair value gap. Trade cat 02, but it doesn't take much to go from 10K down to 7K, then down to 3K. Then, yeah, you're right, trader cat. You're definitely right. But again, that's if you're not using proper risk management, and that's if you're being too aggressive. If you're brand new to my channel, I teach y'all to take 1 or 2 trades per day, okay? And don't overtrade. I'm teaching that in my mentorship, in my lessons. So you're absolutely correct. You can get yourself fucked up out here, but you got to have proper trade management. Risk management is the #1 key to trading. Trade management, risk management. Your total equity, let's say you start with $10,000, you're not going to trade more than 1% of that per trade. You're only going to trade 1 or 2 trades per day. If you have a winning trade in a day, there's no need to take the second trade, okay? We're using strict rules, strict risk management. So it stops you, it prevents you, as long as you have protocols, it prevents you from overdoing it. Now, when you're brand new and you just want to make money and you're trying to get rich, yes, you're going to hurt yourself because, like, what did I just say? Stop worrying about the money, worry about how to read price action, worry about execution. I don't care about the money, okay? The money is there. The money is all in the candlesticks. The money is all in these markets. This is a $1 trillion market right here. The Nasdaq alone is a $1 trillion market, all right? So there's plenty of opportunities inside of this. Remove the feeling of making money and focus on execution and price, because the money is behind them. The money is behind this. So understand what I'm saying. Shout out to you, Trader Cat. Appreciate you joining. Please subscribe if y'all brand new. I'm going to over here on my channel. We realistic. We not over here. I'm not selling you no dream. I do this for real, okay? Yes, you can get hurt. That's part of the game as well. This is the game you sign up to, but there's rules. Most people that come into this don't have rules at all. They just go in here. You'll be surprised how many people don't use stop losses. You'll be surprised how many people don't use a stop loss. And for example, let's go back to the trade example. Let's go back to the trade example right here. Jantel, what if you start with 100,000 or more or to a lower risk? Does that make trading easier? It's easier, but there's still risk involved, because do you know how to properly manage $100,000? That's the thing. It's still all relevant. Can you manage $100,000? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to go in there with the 100K and start risking 5% per trade? That shit starts adding up. All right. So some people, look at my stop loss on this fair value gap right here. Look at the stop loss. Some people will go in here, and on this particular stop loss, there's 17 points. All right. They will do this right here. They'll just jam their stop loss up here and hold it up here. Like, that's an 87-point stop loss. And they don't know why they're doing that. They don't have no strategy why they're doing it. $20 times 87. Let me see how much risk that is. And trust me, we got people in here. Oh, just put your stop loss at 80 points. Like, what? Are you crazy? 20 times 80. That's $1,600 right there, okay? That's a $1,600 stop loss, all right? Why the hell would you risk $1,600 on one trade? Now, we reduced that down to 17 points, all right? 17 points, and y'all in the Patreon, what do I tell y'all? And I can get mine tighter, but I try to tell y'all 20 to 25 point stop loss. 20 to 25 point stop loss right there. That's 17.25. 20 times 17, that's $340, okay? So we go from a $1,600 stop loss to a $340 stop loss. All right, reducing risk drastically. All right, drastically reducing the risk. So yes, if you got $10,000, you can take a $340 hit if you got stopped out. Now, does it feel good? No, but the more capital you have, the more capital you have, it really doesn't hurt you. That's why I say 25 to 100,000, but you can get started with 10K. All right, so yeah, let's say if you got $100,000, $340 ain't hurting you at all. That ain't nothing. You took that $340 loss, it ain't nothing. But you took a profit of $500 just like that, $500. Now, let's look at my executions again. I just showed y'all I made 1,700 in the micros. I'm practicing. I trade both, y'all. I trade both. I trade the micros. I love micros because they're fun. They're affordable. And I implement different strategies, micros to minis. So if we got a week like we have coming up this week, all right, I'm going to trade micros. That helps me just preserve my capital. That gives me more opportunities if I get chopped out a lot. But if we have a week like we just had last week, I will prefer the minis. All right. But in my lessons, I'm teaching in a micro setting because I'm trying to get y'all to understand micros are forgiving. You can trade with micros. So my trade went down to 145 points. All right. 145 points. Just like that. This sell-off right here was 145 points on Tuesday. That's what I held to down here. You can see my execution. All right. Now let's convert that to the minis. Was 20 times 145 points. Y'all tell me in the chat what kind of money you looking at. 20 times 145. What could we be looking at if that was a mini contract? 20 times 145. Shout out to everybody joining, man. Appreciate y'all joining. Subscribe to the channel if y'all brand new. Y'all sign up to the Patreon. The link is in the pin to the comment section. Shout out to you, Ragman. You're correct. Shout out to you, Lenny. Correct. All right, 1 second. 1 second. One second. Gabrielle, not 5,800, Gabrielle. We're doing minis. So every point in the mini is $200. And we're talking about the micros, okay? We're talking about the micros. No, we're talking about the micros. 1 point is $20 in the micro. Not the micro, my bad. The minis. We're talking about the minis. 1 point in the minis is $200. My bad. 1 point. 1 point in the minis is $20. 1 point in the minis is $20. And this particular trade that I held for was, and like I said, y'all gonna grow into this, 145 points, okay? Instead of, eventually, I'm telling y'all to start with 25 points. That's easy, that's doable. You can earn $500 a day trading for 25 points if you're trading the minis, all right? If you're brand new, start with the micros, but once you grow, you got a little bit more capital. Lenny, shout out to you. Look for them 25-point scalps every day. That's gonna pay yourself. Be content. Don't worry about if you can get more initially until you start working your way out of your job, start working the way out your career. And now you can do this more full time. And then you're going to start working into 145-point trades. All right. So that's $2,900. Okay. Just like that. $2,900 if you was trading the minis in one day, selling off. All right. Now imagine you doing that 2-3 times a week. Because guess what I did? After selling off down there to take profit, all right, in the same damn day, all right, this is the same day on Tuesday, I shorted the market and bought it back at a discount like smart money does, all right? Not capping. You see my executions? You see my executions. Check it out. 1 minute time frame. On the 1 minute time frame, y'all in the chat, what is this right here? On the 1 minute time frame, y'all in the chat, what is this right here? What is this right here? What is this candle representing? Appreciate y'all joining. This is the same day in the AM session. Yep. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to you, Gabrielle. Shout out to you, Rangman. That is a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So let me go ahead and highlight that for y'all. Drag it out all the way to the right. Boom. Just like that. And do you think it's random? Do you think it's random? You see my execution? You see that? Now I got in right here and then I canceled it. Okay. I didn't want that. I just got out. Matter of fact, I actually was profitable. It went up and then it came back down and boom, that's what I wanted. Just like that. You see that? Do you think that shit is random? Huh? On a 1 minute time frame in the AM session. Is that random? Because I don't think that's random at all. You can see us drop down into that. Enter. And guess what I did? I held that for the rest of the week. I held that trade the rest of the week. You don't see no more executions the rest of the week. Let me go out to the 5 minute. All right, right here. So this trade right here that I entered on in the same session, you see I shorted down to the market the same day on Tuesday. I shorted that, took $1,700 out the market. And then I bought it back a few minutes later and I held that trade the rest of the week. I went through all this chopping and consolidation, okay? Yes, it came back down, but guess where my stop loss was? My stop loss was down here somewhere. All right, my stop loss was down here somewhere on a higher time frame. And guess what? I held that the rest of the week. I went through all that. This is called a one shot, one kill trade. Okay. One shot, one kill, where I held that position the rest of the week, went into Wednesday, went into Thursday. And on Friday is when I exit the trade. Okay. On Friday is when I exited that trade right there. I'm going to the 15-minute. So I held that trade for a few days overnight. All right. So let me see. Let me do this right quick. Long position. Entry right there. And this is just roughly. Let's go up to where I took profit at right there. Boom. All right. Well, this is just an estimate. Because it's so far out. I held this for a few days. So that's about 226 points right there. Now I should have got out when it went up and took out this high right here, but I was being greedy. To be honest, I was being greedy and I didn't just take my profit where I should have took it at. So what I was aiming for was, what was I aiming for? I was aiming for this high right here. All right. This high right here. Matter of fact, let me highlight it. The high from Monday, y'all remember in the live stream, the high from Monday, that's what I wanted to aim for right there. But I was being greedy because I thought it could go higher, and it did eventually go higher, but I wasn't willing to hold on no more. I was ready to get out that trade. So what I initially was aiming for was this high from Monday, Monday's high, all right? That would have netted me about 270 points. That would have netted me 270 points, all right there. But again, as you can see, I didn't take profit right there. I wanted to get a little bit extra because I wanted to see candles start closing above that high. And no, what it did was on Friday, it retraced and it consolidated and I took profit right there. You see that right there? I took profit right there. Got out of that trade right there. I should have got out right here, but again, you're going to grow, you're going to learn. So that's a flaw of mine. Sometimes I don't take profit where I should take profit at. I get a little greedy, and that's part of trading. You're going to get a little greedy. But let's just say I hypothetically took profit at this high right here. All right, that's 270 points. Now, although I traded the micro contract, what if this was a mini contract where it's $20 per point? Y'all in the chat, what would that net? What would it have that netted me if this was a? What would that have netted me if this was a mini Nasdaq mini contract? 20 times 270. Oh, shout out to you, Lenny. Shout out to you. Always on point. Yes, $5,400, just like that. Okay. So on one trade, if I was trading the mini where I shorted, that would have been 2,900. So you add 2,900 plus 5,400. And that was 2 trades on the week. 2,900 plus 5,400, only taking 2 trades in the week. That'll be $8,300 in the week. All right. Now, somebody just mentioned, can you do that per month? Yes, you can do. Can you do 10,000 a month? Yes. But look at this. If you really, really master this skill set and you start to grow into yourself and start growing into yourself as a trader, you can make $10,000 a week. All right. 2 trades. All right. You can see my executions. Now I had some other executions in here, but to be honest, it was really just 2 trades. I was just playing around. I did a scalp right there. 1 down going to the short, 1 buying it back. 1 second. All right, I'm back. 1 second. 42 people in the building, man. Appreciate y'all joining. Please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if y'all brand new. Lenny, you said I was stressed out watching this trade and it wasn't even my money. Yeah, for sure. But I knew where it wanted to go because on the higher time frame, we was holding, okay? On the higher time frame, we was holding. We wanted to see those highs continue to go higher. Order flow was bullish on the higher time frame, so I kind of held for that higher time frame objective. All right. So essentially 2 trades on the week, and then yesterday on Friday, and like I said, you got the potential to make $10,000 a week. Even though I was trading micros, I'm more comfortable during this week. I was more comfortable with trading mini. I wouldn't put on 6 contracts on no micros. Imagine if you did though. Now check it out. Let's do this again. Imagine if you put 6 contract minis, okay? Same trade, and we're pretending that we're using minis, even though this is a micro. Imagine doing 6 contracts for 270 points. Natural Birth Bliss, if you're new, if you're brand new, I got a link in the description. All right, come over to my Patreon. You can sign up for different tiers. So I got beginner lessons. When I get off this live stream, I got pro lessons that just released. You might want to get the pro lessons plus the beginner. Okay. I got mentorship and signals. All right. So you can pick your poison over here. You know what I'm saying? Come over here. If y'all brand new, come over here, subscribe to the channel, sign up to the Patreon. And I'm still adding to the pro lessons. All right. And I'm still adding to the beginner lessons. It's a work in progress. All of this is brand new. And I'm just steadily growing every day trying to do this. But join the membership. We got some good people in there. It's a vibe. Ain't no drama in there. I try to keep all the drama out. And it's for people that are serious. So if you're somebody who seriously want to do this, you know what I'm saying? Now, we done had some people, non-serious people, try to sign up. But no, if you're serious, I suggest sign up because it's value. We got people really making money over there. So sign up to the Patreon. Strategic management. You said, I follow you on crypto analysis. Which exchange do you suggest I trade on? For crypto? Are you asking me for crypto exchange? Or are you asking me for what I'm showing you right here? Futures contract, futures markets. Because if you don't know, I don't trade crypto. Natural Birth Bliss. What are the hours to trade? I go over that in the Patreon. Okay. I go over that in the Patreon. But if you want to know what I trade in the New York AM session. I'm a New York trader primarily, but there's many different sessions that you can trade in. But shout out to you, Natural Bliss. I appreciate you joining. Thank you for the subscription. Strategic Africa. Okay, I don't trade. If you want to start trading crypto, okay, I don't trade crypto on these unregulated exchanges. I'm a professional. I consider myself a professional. I like to trade in regulated environments. I like the regulations of crypto or whatnot. So if you're going to trade crypto, you need to sign up to a broker, not an exchange. I mean, Coinbase is starting to offer futures contracts, so you can do Coinbase. But other than that, I mainly trade futures markets. So come over to the CME. There's many brokers. I go over there in the Patreon. Go to markets, cryptocurrencies, and you want to trade CME futures contracts or Coinbase future contracts. I don't go to these random exchanges that are overseas, offshore. I don't do all that trading with those exchanges. Those are unregulated environments. I don't trade USDT pairs. I don't do all that, okay? So you're not going to catch me doing that because that's unregulated. You never see me trade XRP. You probably see me analyzing XRP. XRP is a digital asset that I invest in long term. I don't trade XRP. Got to understand what we're doing. Strategic Management Institute of Africa. Are you from Africa? I appreciate all my people from Africa. All right. Shout out to you, Daryl. Shout out to you in the building. 41 people this morning, man. I appreciate it, man. Definitely subscribe to the Patreon. First of all, subscribe to the Patreon. If y'all brand new to the channel, hit the like button, subscribe. I definitely appreciate y'all joining. Slowly growing over here, man. It's starting, the pace is starting to pick up over here, and I'm grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for it. Also, if you want me to analyze any market at the moment, send a super chat, and I got y'all. For profits, you just got off of work? Did you work overnight for profits? All right. So what I was saying was, imagine this trade right here. Okay. Imagine trading 6 contracts. And I know personally people that do this. My mentor, he'd have made 100,000 in a week trading. Okay. Doing the same shit I'm showing y'all. But the difference is a person's equity. How much capital do you have to put to work? That's the only difference. I done seen people make 100,000 per trade in a week. Okay. Trust me. I'm not there yet. I'm trying to get there. But, this trade setup that I'm showing you, 270 points. What is that if that was 6 contracts in the mini? Y'all do the math, pull out your calculators. 20 points times 270. And then multiply by 6. I'm gonna show you the power of this. Now, this all for the people that have subscribed to me for crypto. Y'all gonna get there, okay? It's coming. Shout out to you, Lenny. $32,400, okay? It's all relative. You better believe institutions are in here making millions, okay? Institutions are in here making, it gets crazy, okay? It gets even crazier than this. I'm not even talking about high frequency trading, okay? We're not even talking about that. That's a whole nother realm. This is for just people that are beginners, and I'm just showing you the possibility. Nothing out there beats this skill set right here. Investing in real estate doesn't beat this. Investing in gold, ETFs, nothing out there beat this skill set right here that I'm showing you. Because once you learn the skill set, possibilities are endless. There's no cap. There's no ceiling on what you can do in these markets. All right. So if this was 6 contracts on a mini, that's $32,000. Okay. $32,000 on this trade right here. 32,400. Hell, you could take the next, to be honest, you could take the next month off. Okay. You only need do this one time a week and then take the next month off. You can enjoy the rest of the shit. You can enjoy a quarter of the year. You might could take a whole quarter off. That's if you desire to. Or you can just run it back and continue to keep grinding, continue to keep scaling off of that 3,200, operating as a business. Okay. Doing this as a business. So yeah, 32,000. That's all dependent. That's somebody who has 100,000 plus in equity. Okay. If you got 100,000 and plus in equity, you can do that type of trading. And a lot of y'all in here are going to be able to have that type of capital, especially if y'all are invested in XRP and certain digital assets, Bitcoin, whatever y'all invested in. Y'all going to have that type of capital. Y'all going to be able to one day have $100,000 to be able to put in the market in a broker. You treat your broker account like a savings. The only difference is you got access to different financial vehicles. All right. Your traditional bank ain't gonna offer you futures contracts, etc. But if you get a broker, I treat my broker account like a savings that I can grow. You know what I'm saying? Compared to your savings account that you got with your bank, your broker account, I'm always logged into the broker like it's the bank. All right. It is the bank. So that's how I treat my broker accounts. All right. And then on Friday, I had another little scalp. Okay, another little scalp. I did that little 25-point example. Y'all seen that in the Patreon. Let's go down. Do I got this highlighted? Let's see right quick. Boom, just like that. Now, I mentioned this before. Go out to the 15-minute. So on Wednesday, okay? You see these little trend lines right here? I go over that in the Patreon. Y'all sign up for it. It's similar to the new week opening gap, but check it out. Got this other gap in price that forms every day. And you can see how price works it. It works it. You see that? It's trading through it, coming back, referring to it. And then check it out. Yesterday on Friday, 9:30 a.m., which is the opening price, the opening bell of the market, 9:30 a.m. First 30 minutes in time to 10 a.m. I'm in that window in time right there, 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. I'm inside of that window in time, and I am trying to look for opportunities inside of that small window in time. All right. Y'all in the chat. What is this candle right here? What is this candle that I'm illustrating right here? This down close candle. What is that? What is that? What is that candle right there? $42 people in the building, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe if y'all brand new. Shout out to you, Ragman. Shout out to you, Gabrielle. Shout out to you, Lenny. These are all people sign up to the Patreon. They understand, they seeing it day to day. They getting better every day. So shout out to y'all. And if y'all not sign up to the Patreon. All right. They're getting better every day. I'm seeing y'all progress. I'm proud of y'all. Okay. And just keep going, regardless if you still hanging with me or not. Keep going. Once y'all get a taste of this, keep going. It does not stop. All right. So the opening price right there. Look at my execution. See that? See the trade execution? Enter. And what I'm doing is I'm holding for 25 points. Boom, just like that. You see where the exit? See where the error is? 25 points. No, I don't use MetaTrader. MetaTrader is a dinosaur, man. MetaTrader is a dinosaur, okay? I use TradingView. Or is MetaTrader a broker? I'm not sure. I forgot. MetaTrader. Are you talking about like MT4? No, we don't use MT4 no more. That's like, that shit is old, outdated. We're using TradingView. We're using TradingView over here. So you can see how we trade down into the order block. You see that? That's my trade execution. And let's do from a long position. Long position. Entry. Up to take profit. I think I actually went for 30 points. I went for the midway point of this gap right here. You see that? And that was about 30 points. All right. So again, for y'all that are brand new, if you want to, and I use this as a trade example. I posted it in the Discord. And I'm just trying to show you, hey, this is what you need to look for to want to get out of your 9-to-5 job, okay? To get out or to add more income to what you do. You said, damn, it's that easy. It's easy once you understand what's going on. Now, learning this shit. Now, from what I see in the Patreon, because they got my guidance, they got my mentorship. That's why if you come over here, I got my mentorship. So at first it was a signal service, okay? And I said, nah, because I'm in here, I'm getting so many questions, people asking me questions, and I'm really like coaching y'all, I'm mentoring y'all. So it's mainly a mentorship, and I provide signals. So you're getting my my expertise, my experience, and I'm also guiding you through price. And from what I see, the people in like Lenny, Gabrielle, and some of y'all still growing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still growing, but some people catching on real quick. And that's good. But it's easy once you get more experience under your belt. But it's definitely easy if you listen to what I'm telling you. Take 25 point scalps. That's going to get you, and do it consistently. You're only going to do it 1 or 2 times a day. We're not going to do it every day. 1 to 2 times a day. That's good enough, because guess what? What's 30 points of the mini Nasdaq? So what you're doing is you're going to take 20 times 30. 20 times 30 is simple math, real easy. 20 times 30. Stop loss. I actually entered on a lower time frame, to be honest. Let me go down to the 1 minute. And just to further refine where I entered at, and just to make sure, just to let y'all know, this shit is precision guided. Profits for store. That's what people doing for profits. They're earning as they're learning, okay? They're earning as they're learning. That's the perfect, I need to add that to that. You're earning while you're learning. Yes, Gabrielle, $600, quick, 30 points. So look, check it out. Y'all in the chat, just to further refine what I'm illustrating. Y'all in the chat, tell me what this is right here. What is this right here? Yes, plus your 9 to 5. What is this candle right here on the 1 minute time frame? It's 65 profits. And some people you already made your profits where you can pay for the subscription. Okay, you can pay for it. Yes, that's what people doing. You got people doing, they learning. Yes, y'all are right. Busy. People are earning as they're learning. So look, busy, you see that? Now, do you think that's random? Do you think it's random? Okay. Do you think it's random how price trades down into that? All right. Trades down into the BISI. You go up. Now let's further refine our stop loss. Now we can refine our stop loss. Let's pull our stop loss up right there. That's 11 points. That's 11-point stop loss, just like that. All right. And then you're going to hold for 30 points. Boom, just like that. 30 points. That's $600 a scalp. And guess where I got out at? And guess what? What's the protocol on Friday? What did I tell y'all on Friday? What do I do every Friday? All right. What do I do every Friday? Let me illustrate this as well. The AM session starts at 8:30 a.m. 8:30 a.m. Right there. And it ends at 11 a.m. All right. The market the AM session ends at 11 a.m. So the New York AM session is from 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 a.m. Gabrielle, you said early trade and get out by the noon. Okay. Yep. So on Fridays, every Friday, I look for, if I'm going to trade. So if I was profitable for the week, I don't have to trade on Friday. So if you up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, elect not even to trade Friday. So if you win on Monday or Tuesday, or you have one big winner on one day, just go ahead and skip out on Friday. You don't have to go enjoy your weekend. That's the beauty of trading, where you can start your weekend early. Okay. You can start your weekend early. But my protocol is, I trade the New York AM session, and then I'm out by noon. I'm out after the AM session for the week. I don't care what it does. And guess what? Price goes up, quick scalp. How long did that trade last? Let's show you how quickly you can earn $600. Let's see how quickly you can earn $600 from entry to take profit. Guess how long that lasted? 8 minutes. That for profits, look at the I got it in the details. So if you come over here, if you go down here, click show more, I got it in the details. So for somebody that wants to trade micro futures, all right, you need to start with a minimum of $1,000 to $3,000. Okay, $1,000 to $3,000. Your broker some brokers require to have less, but this is just to give you some comfort level. $1,000 to $3,000 for the micros. For the minis, I always say 10,000 or more. Okay, $10,000 or more for the minis. $10,000 to $100,000. All right, and I go over that. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to start with we're going to utilize our demo. So we're not going to be in a rush to make money. You're going to be getting coached. Okay, you're getting mentorship. So when you sign up with your broker, they're going to give you a demo account. So we're going to use that to practice. I don't tell you when to trade live money. I can't tell y'all how to trade live money. That's not what I do. Matter of fact, I'm under, we under regulations for that. I can't tell you how to trade money. But what you're doing is you're getting my experience. You're getting my coaching to understand how to read price, read the markets, and you decide when you want to trade live money. Some people right out the gate start trading live money. But a lot of people, because of the protocols I give them, trade 1 to 2 times a day. Take 25 points and get out. They understand that. So if you're disciplined and understand what I am saying, you're gonna respect the protocols and the rules, because it's only gonna protect you. There's some days I'll be like, hey man, just trade with the demo. Okay. Don't do live trading. Trade with demo. All right. I'm coaching y'all through that. I'm telling you, I'm sitting here telling you, like, look, if you trade live, use this risk. Okay. So what future chart is this? I'm looking at the Nasdaq. All right. The symbol is MNQ, micro Nasdaq. Lenny, you said Gabrielle jumped right in, putting on 5 minis. Shit. And I'll try. You remember the first week? I was trying to tell y'all, look, man, start with the micros. Y'all, some people didn't understand it until y'all start seeing it in demo. When y'all start seeing that shit in demo, y'all start realizing, like, oh shit, all right, this is real crazy. Okay, so that's why I'm giving from the gate. I was giving y'all my experience from the start. So we're gonna slowly ease you into this. Okay, this is for people that want to be coached. If you don't want to get mentorship and signals, I got lessons. So if you want to just learn the fundamentals and learn as you go, I got videos. I got pre-made videos where you can come down, sit down, and learn the fundamentals of trading. And I just released the pro lessons. And if you want to get them in bundle, you get the beginner plus the pro. Okay. You can bundle them up, get the beginner and pros. And then if you want all access to everything, I got all access as well. So it's still a work in progress. We're still growing. You know what I'm saying? So y'all bear with me. This is in order to do this, you need some type of mentorship. You need some type of coaching. All right. You need to be mentored. But this trade that I'm highlighting right here, this trade took 8 minutes. Okay. 8 minutes to make $600. 8 minutes to make $600. All right. That's the type of shit that's going on. Okay. 8 minutes from entry to take profit, $600, just like that. And then after that, you can see what the market did right after that. It went into chop fest. It went into high resistance conditions. All right. Market just went choppy, went in high resistance conditions. And then after that, I don't care what it did the rest of the day. I let it go. Don't care. I don't care because I'm out the market. I'm stress free the rest of the day. And then the market closed on Friday at 5 o'clock p.m. Maximum loss. So my risk, let's go look at the risk. My risk on this trade was 11 points. So I'm trading micros, but if we were just using minis, you would take $20 times 11.5. 20 times 11.5. That's $230. So you're risking $230 to go profit $600. All right. That's the risk to reward. And if you decide not to use a stop loss, then hey, you can blow your account. So you always want to use a stop loss for insurance. That's your insurance policy. Your stop loss is your insurance policy. Okay. You want to put insurance on every trade that you take. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many people out here are trading without a stop loss. All right. You wouldn't believe it. So many people. Yes. In the crypto market this week, over $1 billion liquidations in the market because those people in crypto they have no idea what the hell they doing. They're leverage trading crypto. They don't come from this background right here. All right. So insane. Appreciate it, Natural Bliss. Thank you. I like how you teach. I appreciate it. For profits. Yeah, that was my problem, not using the stock. See, I'm telling you, I'm so cautious. When I first started, I knew that's the first thing I knew what to do. Stop loss, goddamn it. Cause it just makes sense. How can you there's risk associated with trading and they give you an insurance policy and people decide not to use the insurance policy. Come on, man. They give you an insurance policy. Imagine trading and they didn't allow us to put stop losses on trades. But we are able to put stop losses on trades to prevent maximum pain, okay? And then they allow us to adjust our stop losses. So once we go in profit and we're underway in profit, you can move your stop loss above your entry and prevent any loss at all. That's the beauty of trading. But people decide not to take advantage of the risk. Natural Bliss, you said, I think most people start off with bad habits and then get used to it. Yeah, that's what everybody does. And when people start off, and that's why you need mentoring. I would not understand this without being mentored, okay? I would not understand this without being coached. I would be just like everybody else, but mentorship pays off in trading. That's where the most value is in getting mentored by other people that actually have experience doing this. She hit it right on the head, for sure. Gabrielle, you said it's like driving on the highway with no brakes. Yeah, for real. And you'll be surprised how many people will get out there knowing damn well they have bald tires. Their tires aren't properly inflated. They don't have no oil in their engine, and they don't have no brakes. You'll be surprised. That's what people like to do because it's YOLO. All right. No, this is the number one. So risk is number one for me. How much is risk on this trade? All right. The wider the fair value gap, for example, let me find one that's wider. Let's go out to a 1 hour. You can see all those trade executions. Let me clean that up right quick. So for example, on this trade right here, See, this is a 1 hour time frame. You see this BISI right here? Let's just say do a long position tool. Let's just say we enter right there and our stop loss is way down here. So on a higher time frame, I'm not putting on this trade. If I see a BISI on a higher time frame, that's why I'm on lower time frames. When you go down to lower time frames, it reduces and refines the risk, okay? But on the hourly time frame, let's just say I took that, just wanted to trade this, and this is what a lot of people that are brand new don't understand. On higher time frames, there's more risk on the trade. So you can see that 78 points right there, just like that. And if this was a mini, that's almost like, that's like $1,500, all right? But what I'm doing is I'm going down to a 1 minute time frame and I'm showing you how smaller the gaps are. So that reduces my risk in trading. And you can see what price did eventually. It came down, it swept and took you out the market just like that. Swept your stop loss. And that ain't random. That's not random right there, because smart money knows there's stops down here and they run them out. And then they continue the market to go higher just like that. That's a trap. And most people was trading, chasing that when you should have been buying down here. All right. Should have been buying down here. But you get caught up in trying to chase price and they'll wick this price down just like that, stop you out, and then continue the real move going higher. It's not random. It's algorithmic. So risk is number one. I would not take that. I need a tighter stop fair value gap to reduce my risk. What time Saturday do you go live? I go live whenever. There's no set time when I go live. Okay. During the week, I got like real life, like far as family and real life. I'm trading. I'm also managing people in the Discord or whatnot. And I just got real life stuff. So I go live whenever, to be honest. Like right now, let me go look at the crypto market. If y'all not into crypto, we over here in crypto. If you're not tapped in, if you're coming from the trading community and you're not tapped into what's going on in the digital asset market, see, we got XRP right now at 318. Let me go down to the daily on XRP. Look at that, y'all. Look at that, y'all in the chat. What is this right here for XRP? I'm gonna highlight that. I'm gonna reference that, and I want to see how we close the day. It looks like we're going to start getting in that. We're going to see if we want to start pushing higher. We're going to see if we want to start pushing higher with this. But I can go live after this, not really being on camera teaching, but I can go live after this and there's going to be a whole flock of people wanting to watch crypto stuff. Yes, y'all are correct. BISI. So I go live whenever I decide it. I always go live on Sunday because Sundays is the beginning of the week. I like to give a fresh analysis. So I'm definitely going live tomorrow. And in the middle of the week, if you don't know, I'm not no full-time YouTuber or nothing. I trade first and I got family life. So YouTube was always a hobby. I'm growing on my channel and I'm grateful for it, but it was just a hobby. I got out here on YouTube. People was telling me, man, you should get on YouTube. And I did it. And here we are. You know what I'm saying? We're slowly growing. And I'm slowly growing the platform. But I think that's gonna be it for now. Let me see right quick. Y'all got any questions before I get up out of here? Y'all need for y'all in the Patreon, y'all in the Discord, start setting up your charts. Y'all already should know for the upcoming week. Y'all know the first things y'all should do to begin the week. All right. Y'all need to go ahead and reference the closing price from Friday. Y'all know what that represents. If you know, highlight the closing price from Friday. And then on Sunday, you already know what we're looking for on Sunday. That's going to be a key factor. You want to highlight that. And then the ones from the previous weeks, y'all drag them out in time. This one right here, this is the one that I go over in the Patreon. That's something completely different from this one. Trader Cat, I may have missed this, but what is your Discord cost to join? Okay, if you want to join the Discord, I got different tiers. Okay, all of these. This is my Patreon. All of these tiers get you access to the Discord. All right. Anything above, check it out. Anything above the member, which community member, that's just basic, community chat. You know what I'm saying? We in there chatting community type stuff, still growing it, etc. But anything above this get you access to the community. Like you get all this included. So anything above this tier right here includes this tier. So here go my different tiers, etc. And I got different tiers for y'all. All right, I got beginner and pro lessons. I got mentorship and signal service. And I got all access. All right, we continue to grow. So Y'all click the link. Is the link working in the description? Let me know, because sometimes it'll go out. So let me know if the link, if you need the link. I got the link pinned to the description on my channel and in the chat. All right, let me go ahead and get you up out of here. Let me go ahead and get you up out of here for whatever reason. Get you up out of here. I got a zero tolerance policy. Zero tolerance policy. There we go. Got you up out of there for whatever reason. And it's funny, Lenny, because I don't understand it. It's your first time to my channel. I know people used to getting scammed, which I don't. Hey, if you know, you know. All right. Yes, signals are live. They're live. Got them up out of there. Now you got to see the black screen. Okay. Now you can't say nothing. Okay. Again. First of all, how could somebody be a scam? Like, okay, let me ask you this. Me coming on here, does this seem, for y'all that are brand new, just join does this seem like a scam? How many channels are sitting here giving you real tools, real things to analyze live? Okay. Now, a motherfucker just came in my stream, okay? Just came in, and that's the first words off they fingers. The first words they decide to type in the chat is a scam. And you brand new here. I just find if people don't have better shit. It's Saturday, man. You can be with your chick. You can be with anything. That's the first thing I want to do. Jeffrey said people hate what they not doing for sure. Lenny, you said dude is probably broke living in his mom and dad's. Trader Cat, probably because he blew his account multiple times and it hurts over. Yes, you were 100% right, Trader Cat. Damn, like I don't understand it, but I done figured it out. I'm not going back and forth with people. All right. And I had several people come in here try to get their little clout off. I ain't going back and forth with it. I'm not gonna say nothing. You gonna be trying to get your text off, your comments off, and all people not gonna be able to see it. All right. Now YouTube doesn't give you a block feature. Like you can't completely block somebody off of YouTube, but you can make it for where they can't be seen on YouTube. For sure. Trolling and hating. What your vibe? What's your vibe? What you mean, Jeffrey? Shout out to you, Jeffrey. Appreciate y'all joining, man. But for example, y'all tell me in the chat, does this seem like a scam? I'm doing a live free coaching. I'm not even charging for this. I'm sitting here giving y'all analysis. I'm breaking shit down for y'all. I'm answering questions. And y'all telling me that's a scam? I mean, you can't get it. Listen, I don't have to be on YouTube. Y'all understand that, right? For the people that's down. I don't need to be on YouTube. But guess what? I'm trying to fill a void. I got a passion for this, and I'm also coaching and teaching people. Each one teach one. That's my mindset, okay? Somebody taught me, and then, okay, and over there in the crypto space, people don't have no idea about this. So I'm trying to merge the gap between people. I'm just offering my services. I'm offering my my skill set that I've been doing for 5 years straight every day. You say you found me by accident? Hopefully, nah, it ain't nothing by accident, Natural Bliss. Ain't nothing by accident. You ran across me. That's the universe. For profits, the haters indicate that you're doing something right, for sure. My vibration, yeah, okay, yes. What P. Diddy said, y'all seen that clip with P. Diddy? No pause. But he was with that, he was dressed up as the Joker. He was telling the dude, man, raise your vibration. Yes, y'all gotta raise your vibration. All right. Gabrielle, I'm definitely ignoring them. That's why I'm blocking them. But I'm going to address it for anybody else in the back of the classroom. Because when y'all come to my channel, it's an educational channel. I'm holding class right now. Okay, don't be coming in here disrupting my classroom. I'm not over here scamming. Now I'm offering. If you see me offering my services, it is what it is. Some people are going to take it. Some people. Everybody's going to be different. Everybody's experience is going to be different. Everybody that go to school and college, they're going to have dropouts. And they're going to have some people that push all the way through. Everybody's experience is going to be different. All right. So I can't control that, but I'm still going to do what I got to do. I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach other people how to, I'm already having impact on people's lives. Okay. Crypto and trading. I'm already having impact from people's lives. So I'm going to continue to do what I do. Intrigue at Enterprise. How do I access to the Discord? I may have overlooked. So Intrigue, come over here. See right there, come back to the Patreon. All right. Intrigue. Come to the Patreon. You see where it says welcome. All right. It gives you detailed instructions. Welcome to the, once you sign up, you're going to get access to this welcome right here. And it's going to give you instructions on how to sign up to your Patreon and your Discord. And you're going to connect to the Discord. So that's back in the Patreon. So if you're having problems, go to the Patreon. I got instructions on how to connect. TZ said, we appreciate you. Keep it up, bro. Appreciate it, man. I'm grateful. I'm going to do me. Fuck the haters. They are spoilers. Keep your good work. Appreciate it. Strategic Management Institute of Africa. For profit. You said, you impacted my life already. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing but gratitude, man. That just show. It's always going to be a few hating motherfuckers, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping on that. All right. But if you ain't going to come in here disrupting my live stream, you're going to get up out of here. Straight up. I ain't having it. I'm not having it. All right. I'm sitting here doing this for free. This live stream alone, this what I just outlined alone, you could have picked up so much from this. All right. You could have picked up so much insight from this. This live stream alone. Nick Willis, shout out to you, Nick Willis. Does the Paragon? What do you mean? Does the Paragon? Shout out to you, Nick. So let me go ahead and set up my chart for the week. Clean this up. You always want to start from a higher time frame analysis. Start from the top down. Lenny, I have learned more in 7 months with balls than I have in 30 years investing on my own. Man, that's nothing but gratitude right there, man. Like, it just started, to be honest. Just started. Appreciate it, Lenny. Know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just be different. Like, that's the thing about motherfuckers like on YouTube. Especially, hey, look, both communities are highly toxic, okay? The trading community is highly toxic. The crypto community is highly toxic. I don't indulge in none of that shit. I just put in work. I'm in my own bubble. I'm only attracting people that want to be attracted to me, okay? So y'all that have found me and y'all rocking with me and vibing with me, I'm only vibing with y'all. I don't give a fuck about, I don't have no ego. I'm not trying to compete with other people. I'm not trying to be compared to nobody else. I'm just doing me. This is my experience, and I'm lending my experience out to other people. And only people that's going to rock with you is going to gravitate to me and gravitate to you. And that's all I'm on. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about, I'm not the best trader. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's go to the World Cup. Let's go to the World Cup right quick of traders. What's it called? Trading, World Cup. What's it called? What's it called? World Cup of Trading. Is this it? What's this shit called? Man, what's the shit called? Let me read the comments. Higher time frames help you see the full picture. Yep. For profits. Yep. And the Discord is all business, which I appreciate. Bad apples get concrete boots. Yep. Or should I say bigger picture? Yes, you're right, for profits. And yes, we trying to keep that shit down to the Robbins Cup right here. Robbins Trading right here. Robbins Trading, this is where the world's best traders come. It's like the World Cup of Trading, okay? They got different markets that you can sign up for. So I'm not in this. I'm not saying I can compete in this, okay? I'm still growing. I'm trying to get to this point. I don't know if I'm going to ever compete. Let's go look at the standings. This is the World Cup for traders, all right? The World Cup of traders. So people getting trophies for this. People getting championship rings for this. So as you can see, they got two divisions. They got the futures trading division, and then they got the Forex division, okay? So this is the World Cup of traders, and you submit your real name, real legal name, so people know who you are, and your country, okay? I believe you need to start with like $10,000 to, I forgot what the sign up for is. But here go the top 5 people in futures trading right here in the world, all right? Competing. Now, there might be better traders that aren't competing, but if you have a competitive mindset, if you feel like competing with people and showing off your skills, your talents, they got a place for that in trading, okay? I'm not in this. I'm more so business minded, operating my business, okay? Trading as a business. I'm not sitting here trying to compete. If I was really egotistical, I'll be trying to sign up to this. Not saying everybody in this is egotistical, but I don't feel compelled to feel like I have to compete against other people. I'm just teaching y'all how to be profitable. Like, motherfuckers say I'm a scam when I'm sitting here showing y'all a strategy to earn 25 points per trade, to be profitable, to remove yourself from your job. And motherfuckers want to say that's a scam. Okay, whatever. But these are the top 5 traders in the world. We got somebody from United States sitting in number 1, somebody from Spain sitting at number 2, somebody from Italy, number 3, somebody from Switzerland, number 4, and then somebody from the US at number 5 in the futures division. And then in the foreign exchange division, somebody from Italy, somebody from Spain, somebody from Turkey, somebody from Cyprus, and somebody from Germany. Okay, so, and then they got the global cup trading. Okay, so I guess this is like the top traders in the world. And then they show you the percentages that they're doing so far this year. Okay, trading. So at the end of the year, whoever has the higher percentage wins the cup. So it's real interesting, man. So again, this might be new to y'all. Let me read the comments. Victor, I learned a lot this week by watching you. Never know about Bissy, Sibby, Fair Value Gap, and Ghostwick. That's what I'm saying. And then motherfuckers want to say it's a scam. Nick, you said, my bad, bro. If you do Patreon, do I get access to the Discord? Yes, everything, it's a gateway. The Patreon is a gateway to the Discord, okay? The Patreon, everything is in the Discord. But Patreon is the commitment. Patreon is the, you know, the handshake that you're committing to, like, you want to be a part of the community, all right? It's all business. So yes, everything is in the Discord. The lessons, the mentorship, the signals, etc. Everything is in the Discord. Now, it all comes down to you, the person. You know what I'm saying? How serious are you as an individual actually wanting to learn how to trade, okay? How serious are you? That's what you need to ask, because some people come in there unserious. But if you're somebody who wants to be serious about it, it's a good community. Ain't nothing scammy about it, okay? I'm still growing it. It's in the beginning phases of it. I really want 50 people, but we're slowly getting there. So y'all click the link in the description. Y'all let me know what y'all want to do. All right? So any questions before I get up out of here? Any questions? And like I said, y'all in the Discord, y'all set up y'all charts for the upcoming week. Look for your previous week's highs and lows. Look for your previous day's highs and lows. Look for the new week opening gap, okay? And then we're going to wait for Sunday open and then stick to your higher time frame bias. Once we open up on Sunday, are we going to continue higher? You ask yourself, are we going to take out the previous week's high, or are we going to sell off and come down to the previous week's low? That's what y'all need to ask yourself. Appreciate you, Natural Bliss. I appreciate you for even joining, watching, spending your time with me on this Saturday morning. Y'all are people that want to further your knowledge, your information, and learn how to trade. You know what I'm saying? Earn extra money, etc. Whatever you want to call it. If y'all not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe before I get up out of here. And if y'all brand new, if y'all come if y'all coming from the trading side of things, I cover a lot of crypto, digital assets. If you're not familiar with what's going on in digital assets, then welcome to my channel. We're gonna get you caught up on that as well. Tino, you say you just sent me a message in the Discord. I answer when I get up out of here, Tino. Jeffrey Robinson, we need a nice trade group. Imagine how much info we could research together. We building it right now. And then people in there like Lenny and Gabrielle, y'all are helping each other without even me. And I'm not in there like as a dictator neither. It's as long as y'all not disrespecting everybody, it's cool as day. We all in there cool. And yes, imagine it. To me, I got a vision of like, because most of the people that subscribe to me, they come from the digital asset crypto space, okay? And they're invested in the right digital asset, which is XRP, and several other ISO compliant cryptos. These are pretty much the cryptocurrencies that are going to revolutionize banking systems. All right, we're in the process. Donald Trump is signing the bills right now into law to revolutionize the banking system. So we're invested in the right assets. So imagine having a group of multi-millionaires, okay? First of all, in your personal life, you're not even gonna have a group of friends and families to go to. You're not gonna be relatable to people. But imagine having a group of multi-millionaires that can help each other. That's what I'm visioning, you know what I'm saying? That's what I got a vision of. So imagine having a community of people that know how to trade and they're already millionaires, and people are always into different things. So like real estate, I'm not familiar with real estate. Somebody in there might be heavy in real estate. I'm not familiar with collectibles. So just growing beyond trading, and each one teach one. Yes, the quantum financial system. We in that. We invested in that heavily. Okay, heavily. We already seen generational wealth. Okay, we're on the way to see generational wealth, but we already have seen this year alone, especially in this asset alone. Let's go. This is XRP for you if you don't know. If you brand new, y'all coming from trading. We've been accumulating XRP at a deep discount, okay, for years. We done been through court cases. We've been through lawsuits, all that in this asset. And now you can see, boom, look at that. All right. The compound interest effect, okay? Digital assets are completely different. When I'm talking about trading, we're learning how to supplement cash. Okay, we're trying to get cash flow going as we trade, because some people are asset rich and fiat broke. So for the people that's fiat broke, that's where trading comes in. And then for the people that are asset rich, that's where, what did I just say? For the people that are for the people that are asset broke, that's, oh shit, I forgot what I was saying. I'm talking. For the people that are fiat broke, okay, that's where trading comes in. And for the people that are asset rich, you need something to do with all that extra liquidity, that extra money, okay? So that's where you can learn this skill set on trading. So it goes hand in hand. Read these comments. For profits, can we do one more? Join the Discord. Shout out to y'all, man. Gabrielle, get them deep dives on crypto. Hell yeah. Gabrielle know what he talking about with the deep dives. All right. So if y'all want me to cover anything before I go, y'all send a super chat. You know what I'm saying? Send a super chat. I just got monetized. I'm going to utilize it. Y'all send a super chat if y'all want me to analyze any market before I get up out of here. And then I'm thinking about, I might go, I don't know about, see, right now, it's Saturday, crypto, there's no volume in the market right now. So let's go back down to the day. I'm looking at XRP right now. And we're starting to rally a little bit. TZ said, we're always late to the game. This is how we get ahead. For sure, for sure. We're looking like we might get a little rally to close the week. Let's go out to the weekly candle for XRP. That's what I like to see. Let's go down to the daily. All right, from the daily, let's go down to the 4 hour. There we go. What are we seeing right now from XRP, y'all? For y'all in the community, we drop down the discount, and then what next? What do I like to see? I need to see a little bit more. We need to get above the midway point of the fair value gap. But what is this right here? This little expansion up. What do we call that? What do we call that? Yes, but what else? What do I like to say? What else do I say? Y'all can follow me on X, but I barely be on X. But I appreciate it. I barely be on X. I hate X. It's too toxic over there. What I'm trying to say is displacement. Okay, we're seeing displacement after dropping down the discount. Okay, check this out. Yes, sponsorship, displacement. Yes. What is this right here? Look at this wick right here. This is XRP. So I'm debating if I want to do a live stream because it's not really exciting right now. I don't know how many people will watch it, but that right there. What is that right there that I'm highlighting? And motherfuckers want to call this a scam, please. What is this wick right here? Still teaching. What is this wick? Remember, you don't ignore large wicks. What is this wick right here? Yes, Lenny, discount ghost pool. So we drop below the daily fair value gap, okay? On the daily time frame, we drop below it, and that's okay. We can shade through it a little bit. And then we form this wick right here, and we use that. You can see how we drop back down into it. See the midway point, trade down into it. And we use that wick as support, okay? And we start moving higher, just like that, all right? We start moving higher. Now, I need to see a little bit more, okay? I need to see a little bit more because look at this right here. It's real small, but look at this little small price right here. I need to see us get above this right here. So let me highlight that. Let me highlight that right quick. Let me highlight that right quick. Boom, right there. We need to get above that right there. All right, I want to see us trade above this little inversion fair value gap right here. I want to see us trade through that, go through the midway point of the daily. Maybe we get that today, okay? If we get that today, and already y'all see XRP back up to $3.20. But if we can get that today, that's going to be very bullish, okay? Very bullish, all right? And then let's see how we close the day, and then let's see how we open on Sunday. Because next week is a heavy week in the crypto market. If y'all don't know, Donald Trump is about to sign all those bills. I don't think next week, but going into August, all those bills are going to be signed into law, okay? And that's a big deal. If y'all brand new to my channel, it's a lot going on over here. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. And that's why I say my channel is educational. Ain't no scamming over here. You can learn right now on my channel for free, everything. All right. But I'm debating, man. I'm debating. Looks like we getting some sponsorship. Let's go down to 1 hour. Let's go down to the 1 hour. Yep. Looks like we're getting some sponsorship. All right. Y'all in the chat. And it's slowly doing it. What is this right here? What is that candle right there? You see that little space and price right there? What am I illustrating on the 1 hour time frame? You think that's random? No, it's not random. What is that little space and price right there? Yep, y'all look 100% correct. So there we are. We trading higher. Like I said, I want to see us close above that midway point. That will be very bullish. All right. That'll be very bullish. And let's see. And they want to say, if people not learning in here, okay, a scam. But y'all are pretty much saying, that's why I engage with y'all. I want y'all to respond. I want y'all to learn and y'all understand what's going on. So already at 321, if y'all check y'all portfolios, I mean, y'all digital wallets, y'all gonna see it starting to creep right back up. Like it didn't just go down to 295. Here we are back at 321, just like that. Getting that sponsorship. What it's aiming for is it's gonna want to reach for liquidity. So look at these equal highs up here. You see these highs? It's buy side liquidity. I want to see us get to that. Buy side liquidity from Thursday lunch hour. The lunch session from Thursday, just like that. Now let's see if we can get up there. All right. So I might go live, man. I might go live for the crypto. I ain't gonna be doing no talking, but I might go live. I'm definitely going live tomorrow. Definitely gonna go live tomorrow. So y'all be tapped in with that. There's gonna be more crypto. On Saturdays, I like to do more futures coaching. So on Saturdays, anticipate me coaching on futures. So definitely appreciate everybody joining, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if y'all brand new, and sign up to the Patreon if y'all want to get in there. It's very valuable. Trying to grow the community. Appreciate y'all joining. What time tomorrow? Most likely in the afternoon or in the evening for profits. I like to do it in the evening because my analytics show that in the evening times, y'all are more on Sundays in the evenings, like 6, 7 o'clock. That's when y'all have more time. That's when y'all are more watching YouTube in the evening time on Saturday. So I like to get it in on the evenings. I just pretty much go off of my analytics. All right. So appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. If y'all are brand new, subscribe to the channel, man. If y'all brand new, subscribe to the channel. All right. Appreciate it, Ragman. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good Saturday, and hopefully this was insightful. And if it was, hit that like button, go back and watch it. All right. Appreciate it.